So, when I think of myself first, I think of myself as a woman. Not as a human being, but as a woman. I mean, that's what I put in the little bubbles when I'm doing job applications. A Caucasian female. That is my label. And while that label doesn't bother me or affect me on a daily basis, those types of labels definitely affect other people largely. Today, like literally a few hours ago, I realized that my life within the past few months has been largely focused on gender studies, and I want to share that with you guys because I think it's really important and a really big step for society. While we're definitely not at the point of gender equality, I definitely think that we're going in the right direction. So I just came back from science fiction class and we are reading The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. I told you guys about the plot in my last video, but I'm going to tell you about it again. It is about this man, Genli Ai, who is going to a world that has no gender. He himself on his planet has gender, and he is going to this world as an alien where there are no gender. Like, there are no parts down there. They don't specify male and female at all. They're all just people. So in some parts he's like, oh, they're being deceptive like women, or oh, they're being arrogant like a man. These stereotypes are formed in his head because that's how he can see people, as either a man or a woman and not as a human being. This novel was written in 1970, and it's very interesting reading this novel now as opposed to in 1970 and seeing the differences historically. When studying this in my science fiction class today, everybody was talking about why gender matters so much to our protagonist Genli. The students in my class were talking about how much more confusing it is for him to stereotype these people as male and female on the planet where there is no gender, because reading it like that is just a confusing thing. Why are you describing them as a male or female when they're neither or, and why should it matter? The fact that these people are not male nor female have nothing to do with the plotline. It's just this thing that Genli is so stuck on, and something that he has to comment on every 2 seconds. In 1970, I feel that people would be more apt to stereotype people as male or female. Whereas the students today are like, why does that matter? Let's just get to the point of the story. The fact that the students in my class were reacting like that, I thought was huge. It's such a cool thing that society today is like, why does this matter? Where is the plot to the story? Just give me that. It's whatever. It made me really excited, and that's obviously the main reason why I made this video today, because it just made me really happy that these people reacted that way. Now, if I were not making this video right now, this is like my break between classes, I would be watching Transparent. Transparent is an Amazon Instant Video series, and if you guys have Amazon Prime, you need to watch it. It's just this mini-series, this TV series. Each episode is like 23 minutes long, I believe. There's 12 episodes. It won 2 Golden Globes, and it's just brilliant. Jeffrey Campbell is the protagonist in this series, and he is a father of 3 kids that are in their mid-20s to their early 30s. In the beginning of the series, it's him coming out as a transgendered person to his children. And he's coming out as a transgendered person in his mid-60s, I believe. Him being such an older person and coming out to his kids really confuses his kids, and the honesty in this series is fantastic. And he's still such a loving father, and he's a loving mother now as well, and it's just beautiful. Like I said, it won 2 Golden Globes, and the fact that it has gotten this much attention is huge, in my opinion. Like I said, the series is so honest, and not only does it deal with the transition for Jeffrey Campbell, but it also deals with the transition of the 3 kids, how they deal with everything, how it affects their own lives, their own love lives, everything. So that's what I would be watching right now if I was on break, and that's the series that I'm currently loving. I'm only 2 episodes away from finishing it. Great. So then the next thing that I do after my break from school is I go back to school, and I am in a Gender and the Humanities class. The fact that there is a Gender and the Humanities class alone is just fantastic. We talk about the past, gender differences, the present, how things are getting better, and the future, how we can make things more equal. The fact that there are things in media that are making things more accepting, and the fact that my generation in general is becoming more accepting, I think is a really awesome thing, and I just wanted to celebrate that and talk about that positivity, because I feel like the positive aspects aren't talked about enough. We talk about society and how we need to fix things, but we don't talk about how far we've already come, and I think we've come a pretty far way already, and I think that's pretty great. I want to hear from you guys, because this has been such a large focus on my life. I don't know how much of a focus it's been on other people's lives. Tell me about any sort of media that you guys have been consuming that has to do with gender, or maybe an aspect of your intermediate life that has to do with gender, or if you have any classes, or if you've been reading any books that have to do with gender. I'm I'm so curious and I want to consume more of this media because I think it's such an interesting thing. Tell me where you stand on it, if you think that we as a society have gone far and how much farther you think we need to go. And that's really it. I just want to hear all of your opinions right now because I'm very amped up on this subject. I hope you guys are having a great day and I will see you very soon. Bye.